And hey there, it's me, Mudlink, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Today we're going to be starting Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Oh lord, going from one Fire Emblem duology to the next. So, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, the Tellius games, are very popular amongst the Fire Emblem fans, and honestly, at least for the first game in my opinion, for good reason. These games are quite, some parts of the second game I'm fine with, but we'll get into Radiant Dawn when we get to it. Except, there's a lot to love about Path of Radiance. There's the fucking amazing soundtrack, the character designs, the units in general that you have, the story. Honestly, a pretty good Fire Emblem game, overall. Some issues I have with it, but it's definitely among like my top 5. So yeah, there's a lot to go over when it comes to Path of Radiance. So we're gonna be starting the new game. There's gonna be some differences with the second playthrough onwards when it comes to the units and all that, but we'll get into the differences then. Tonight, there's 3 difficulties here: easy, normal, and difficult. I'd say no matter what, you're gonna have an easy time with Path of Radiance because, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an easy Fire Emblem game. So go difficult. And then there's random and fixed. So random is when it is your growth rate. So pretty much is like random is the normal Fire Emblem, and fixed I've never tried before, and I'm not gonna explain it because I literally have no idea how to explain it. You can find out about it on your own, I guess. I have no idea anything. I don't have no idea about it, so I'm just gonna go with random like I normally do. And we get to see these nice little cutscenes.
Well, Ike, you had enough?
It's a nice cutscene. Honestly speaking, I think the cutscenes in the Tellius games are the best out of any of the series.
Oh, missed.
Minus the voice acting.
Ike? Oh no!
Sorry, this voice is a little bit just stupid. It just sounds so fucking stupid to me. This isn't at least nice. This is nice though. The singing is nice at least.
Ah, you're up. About time.
I fucking love that line. There's a lot of quotable lines in the Tellius cutscenes. Sorry, sorry. It's just you're gonna hear me laughing sometimes at it. It's fine. You're especially gonna hear it when there's the Radiant Dawn cutscenes. Are you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. So, the sleeping prince awakens. Father, I can't believe you. I know there are practice swords, but those are practice swords, but they're still heavy. You have no right to be so rough on Ike. If this is too much for the boy, he'll never make it as a mercenary. But, Mist, you don't have to worry, I told you, I'm fine. Huh, you'd better be. Now grab your sword and get ready. What? Don't tell me you're going at it again. But just until I land a single blow. I'm not giving up until I can get a good hit on Father. I like your resolve, Ike. But it takes more than a strong will to... Should I lower the volume a tiny bit? Okay, should be fine. Aha! I knew I'd find you here! Hi, Boyd, what brings you here? Nothing special. You said you were going to get the boss, but you never came back. I got picked to check up on you. Oh, sorry, I got caught up with Ike and my father. It's nothing. Besides, I figured I'd get a good laugh watching Ike get worked over by the boss. You look fine. What happened? Nothing at all. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You just missed it. Just a minute ago, he was out cold. Missed. Sorry. You came at just the right time, Boyd. You can be Ike's sparring partner. What? Me? I'm beginning to think it'd be better if he sparred with someone closer to his own skill. I understand. Thanks for your help, Boyd. I don't know about this closer to his skill business, but I'm ready. Yeah. Alright, I'm ready for you. Let's go. Anyway, first and foremost, game speed fast, text speed fast. Auto cursor off. Bonus experience display on. Oh yeah, we'll talk about bonus experience afterwards. I believe this is actually only a feature you can add in after you beat the game the first time. I believe so, I don't remember. And yeah, keep it like that. We'll keep animations on for now. There is... What? Okay, there, I hit the right stick by accident. Animations, there's when it comes to animations for Path of Radiance, they take a long ass time, so at least for like the first few chapters, I'm gonna keep them on, but then afterwards it's gonna be map animations for most things. For like special fights, then I'll turn on animations. Oh yeah, you can shove people. I'll talk about shoving after. So anyway, let's just attack. You can do it. Boyd's got nothing. Take him out. Nothing. I don't have nothing. I mean, I'm not done yet. We're just getting started. Goodbye. You suck, Boyd. That wasn't too bad. Boyd, you're such a loser. Shut your trap. Good work, Boyd. That's enough. Alright. Your swordsmanship was decent enough, Ike, but don't forget how it felt. It won't always be this easy. I know. Now that you're done warming up, it's time for you to face me again. I was hoping you'd say that. But first, Mist. Right here. Here you go, Ike. It's a vulnerary. I'd recommend using it now before you fight Father. Last time he knocked you silly. Yep, there's Greil. There's our man. There's our boy. Okay. Always take time to heal your wounds in a battle, even small ones. By the time you think you're in trouble, it's probably too late. Don't get into that situation. You can click on enemies to like check for the range, like normal. Let's just attack. Give it your all. Come on, boy. You think you're going to give me a challenge this time around? Get ready, Ike. Here I come. Yeah, we can beat him next turn. It's that easy. Damn, Mike, you really suck in cutscenes. Ugh. There we go, we get our first level up. Let's see, Ike. Alright. Hoping you get strength. It's fine. ATP, speed, and luck. Ike, you were great! Father, you were holding back, weren't you? What? Is that true? If you could tell the difference, that means you're improving. You know, I wasn't really giving it my all either. That is such a lie. Bah. So, Father, does that mean you finally admit that I'm ready? What, to join the company? To take on a job? Yeah, I mean, Boyd's already out there on the battlefield. I'm ready. I'm tired of being a trainee. Listen, there's a difference between you and me is that I'm a professional. A professional just got beat. That was just a random chance. Random chance. You got a point, Ike. Alright, tomorrow will be your first day as a fully fledged mercenary. A full-fledged mercenary. Really? But if I think it's too much, you're back to trainee status. You'd better work hard. No problem. Watch, I'll catch up to everyone in no time. We'll see. We'd better be heading back to the fort. Everyone's waiting. So if there's one thing I do like about at least the setting and story of Path of Radiance is that it starts off, you know, different than normal, you know. You're not some lord or whatever, taking on bandits. You're just a mercenary, taking on jobs. Sort of different. Not too different. Anyway, let's just save it. And we're doing chapter 1 as well. Since that one's very short. Chapter 1, the battle begins. Yeah, you can see Dolphin. Oh no. Dolphin, oh. I thought I was gonna crash for a second. Dolphin was weird. Good morning, Ike. Today's your first day as a professional soldier, isn't it? Yeah, and I'm ready to go. What you are is late. The others were suited up and ready at the break of dawn. Sorry, I'll get up earlier from now on. So, what's my first job? Talking with Titania right now. Wait outside until we're ready. Yes, sir. Very well, Commander Greil. Shall we continue? You were telling me about some bandits that needed taken care of, weren't you? Correct. The request comes from a nearby village. According to our reports, the bandits are not all that strong. I think it best if I ride out and take a look. I'm planning on taking Oscar and Boyd along with me. Just the brothers, Go ahead and add Ike to your team. Shinon, Gatry, and I can handle the other 2 jobs easily enough. Titania, I'm leaving Ike in your care. I'm trusting you to show him the ropes. Understood, Commander. Come on, Ike, let's get you set up. Alright, my first job. Captain Titania, preparations are completed and I'm ready to go. Impeccable timing. It's nice to know we can always count on you to be at the ready, Oscar. Don't forget about me, I'm ready for action. Is that so, Boyd? That's a surprise. Not today, it isn't. As of today, I'm going to be the absolute model of perfection. I need to set a good example for Ike. Well, I'll take your word for it. Your first campaign at last. I know you've wanted this for a while. Are you nervous, Ike? I think I was more nervous last night. I could hardly sleep. This morning, I'm feeling pretty good. It's the calm before the storm. You should try to relax. You're not going to be out there alone. Yeah, you're right. Right, everyone ready? Let's go. This is the village of Chaldea. The bandits are few, but we mustn't get careless. Our goal is to take out the bandit leader in front of the large building, and then secure that building. Ike, listen up. All this stuff is old news to me. I can give you, a rookie like you, a few tips. First off, don't let yourself get worked up and jump out in front of everyone. You'll just end up getting hurt. Don't try to do too much. When things get dangerous, you can and should rely on us. As long as you watch how the enemy moves carefully, you'll be fine. Think of this as a training mission. I'll do that. Oscar Boyd, thanks for your help. Don't mention it. Just sit back and watch how a professional handles things. Enough chit-chat, you 3. We've got work to do. Here you go. Here's the first map. It's a Seas map. We got Zawana. Don't worry. It's not like the Arcanagans where all the missions are seas. Don't worry about that. And we got Zawana here, the boss. He's nothing too special. We've made the axe units and a few sword units. So that's at least somewhat different from what you normally fight in like the beginning of Fire Emblem games. Anyway, just like with the last run, we got ourselves we gotta talk about all the units, and I got the stat screens like normal, and this time I got a much better stat screen. So first, let's talk here about Ike. So I decided to, add a few more things since there's more things in this game. For example, with weapon ranks, I decided to put the logo there instead of just saying D sword or whatever. Put supports there like normal. Bond supports exist in this game. Just like I think they also were the case in the Arcanea games. But there's at least there's actual support conversations this time, unlike in the Shadow Dragon. So anyway, he comes with 4 iron swords, but that only happens when you play the American version of the game. When you play the first map. In the Europe release, you don't get. In the European release, you don't get yourself Ike. You don't get yourself. Wait, am I stupid? Oh no, I think it's only the Japanese version. You don't get the four iron swords. But anyway, yeah. Let's just talk about Ika's unit. So Ika's unit is honestly speaking, the typical lord, just like with Marth and Shadow Dragon. Honestly, there's a lot of parallels between the two. I'm not gonna lie. So Shadow Dragon, Marth is like pretty much at his worst, and Ike from the 2 games is at his worst here. Holy shit, yeah. So Ike has a lot of problems with him. First and foremost are his base stats and his growth rates alongside them. Sure, it's like, okay, he's a unit you start off from the beginning of the game, but trust me when I say this, you're not gonna see much results from Ike. In terms of like action and like fighting, you're only gonna see like actual good performance in the late game. Ike overall is not too good of a unit. He's, since he's around, he's somewhat decent, but like, yeah, he's kind of not too great. One of the best things about him, though, at the very least, is the support rank. So supports. This is actually the first time we're going to be seeing affinities for support, since in the Arcanea games they didn't have that. So each unit has their own affinity. There's between, I'm looking it up right now because I can never remember off the top of my head what each affinity does, except for like the super powerful ones. So anyway, so in Path of Radiance there are 8 affinities. Ike here has the best of them, Earth affinity. Earth affinity gives a void, and lots of it. It can give up, like, for example, if you're supporting himself with another Earth affinity users, like say Oscar, you can get yourself up to 15 of extra void, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly like the calculations for like each of the rankings for supports, since there's just 3 rankings in total. Whatever. Overall, I'd say, when it comes to supports, the best ones are the ones that give a void and damage. So, yeah. So yeah, supporting someone with Ike is always a good idea, and you can see he has quite a lot of supports there. Overall, Ike as a unit, I'd say, is like somewhat decent. You'll get much better things though. Also, don't worry about the little symbols on the bottom. I decided to do something unique with the names of the characters on the stat screens, so don't worry about that. Anyway, fuck. There you go. Anyway, let's talk about the next unit. Boyd! So Boyd. He's honestly really fucking good. He has a good base strength, and he has a really high strength growth as well. Decent base, it's a decent speed base as well, with a 45% speed growth. That isn't too shabby. And with Axe's, you know, just being strong overall, it's like, hey, you know, that's nice. I'd say overall the most, like, I'd say it's pretty varied. The weapon, like for the weapons that the enemies use. So like early game is still like a bunch of axe units, but there's like, you know, sword and lance units mixed in between there. I'd say late game there's more like tomes than anything. There's like quite a few tomes. So like it's not gonna help too much with the Boyd, but he can most probably, like, by that point, one shot a good amount of magic units. So he's got bond support with Oscar and Rolf. We'll talk about that Rolf kid another time, of course. He's got 4 supports, and he has a fire affinity, so he actually gives extra damage with support, which is nice. He also comes with a skill. It comes with Tempest. Oh, it doubles biorhythm effects. It's pretty pointless. And it can actually be detrimental to him, so I'd actually recommend taking it off of him when you get the chance to. So what biorhythm does is it's very it's a mechanic that most people don't really care for because it kind of doesn't mean all too much, except for units that have like skills like Tempest. So they all start with biorhythm, like different points. Let's see. So how it works is at his best for biorhythm. So he's around good or average, I believe. Yeah, he's around good. Yeah. So good biorhythm gives +5 hit and +5 avoid. Same for at best. Normal does nothing, and then bad and worst do -5 hit and -5 avoid. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Biorhythm's a bit different in the next game, but we won't talk about biorhythm. So yeah, two things I forgot to... one thing I forgot to mention on Ike, and another thing about Boyd himself. So there's 2 stats here, Constitution and Weight. How that works is for weight or build, it affects the skill Shove, because everyone has Shove. Like, for example, I'm going to take off the stat screen. If someone like Ike who has 9 build, and someone with Boyd who has 10 build, you can shove Ike. You can shove Ike with Boyd. You can shove Ike with Boyd, but you can't do it the other way around. No, you can. Wait, what? What's Ike's constitution then? Wait, what the fuck? Okay, now I feel like a dumbass. Okay, Constitution doesn't actually do anything in this game. Never mind. Actually, no, it does one thing, but it's for something way later. So yeah, how shoving works is... I feel like a stupid idiot. Whatever. Forget about that. Shoving, you have to have, I think, it's not strength. I don't even remember what it's about now. I guess I don't remember how shoving works exactly. Because Lighter weight people can shove each other. I think the only thing is infantry units can shove each other no matter what, I think. Or maybe like you have to be super light. Maybe it's like a specific... It doesn't show here. I'm trying to look it up. It doesn't show anything about it. So yeah, all units minus the mounted units, they'll have shove, so they can shove each other. So it's actually a pretty good skill overall. You can move an extra space for a unit just so you can go up and just so you can like get somewhere quicker. Anyway, the other thing I want to mention was the fighter band. So the fighter band here is an item you'll only see on units. Only kind of things you'll see on units after you after you play the game after you like when you do a second playthrough onwards. So specific units will have specific kinds of bands. So the fighter band, for instance, gives +5% chance to HP and strength growth. So effectively now Boyd has 80% HP and 65% strength. So you can give it to like you can trade it around to other people as well. So it's pretty nice. So overall, yeah, Boyd's a really good unit, I will say. Anyway, next we're going to talk about Oscar. So Oscar here is also pretty good. He's got an Earth affinity, as I've mentioned before, so he's got the best affinity in the game. You support him with one of the 4 units there. It's pretty good. Best support, but the best support you can really give him is Ike. For actually Ike and Tanith, I'd say. I think because Tanith has Earth affinity as well, but we'll talk about her way later. So yeah, he's a mounted unit, which is honestly amazing in this game because they have a hidden skill, just like with non-mounted units, called Canto. What Canto does is after you trade an item with somebody, or in this game specifically attack somebody or use an item, then you can use whatever like remaining movement you had left. Like for example, if you move 5 spaces, you use an item and you can move back 5 spaces with Canto. In Oscar's case, since actually wait, no wait. There's 8 movements, so he'd move back 3 more. He'd move back 3 spaces in that case. But in the Path of Radiance, in the Tellius game specifically, in the Tellius games and the Genial and the Jugdrol games, they have what people call Super Canto, which has the effect of attacking and then moving back. Because other Fire Emblem games, like the GBA Fire Emblem games, Canto only works with trading items and using items. So yeah, more about Oscar. So yeah, he has decent growth rates all around. Since he's mounted, he can move pretty far. He can rescue people pretty easily. You can't rescue mounted units with other mounted units, so don't try doing that. You also can't shove. I think like, except for like specific kinds of units later in the game, you can't shove like mounted units because they're too heavy. So anyway, Oscar here has his own band. He has the Paladin band, which gives +5% to HP and speed growths. So he effectively has 60% HP and 50% speed. Oscar overall is just a fucking bonkers unit. He's alright with damage, but he quickly snowballs, since it's so easy to give experience to mounted units. Oh, anyway, that's enough about Oscar. Let's move on to the last unit, Titania. So before I just look at the stats, before I show you the stats screen, if you're just playing alongside me and it's your first time playing through Fire Emblem games, you're probably thinking, okay, Titania here, she's gonna be like Jagan from the Arcane games, you know, high base stats, low growth rates, right? Right? That's where you're wrong. Titania is among the very few early pre-promotes that actually do have good growth rates. which actually makes them which honestly makes them better for the most part. I mean, sure, base stats do matter over growth rates, but when you have amazing base stats and amazing growth rates at a good point of the game, then I mean, you're just an amazing unit overall. This isn't the first. This isn't the first of this kind. The first technical one is like Wei from Genealogy of the Holy War. But she's not too amazing with the growth rates, but that's mainly because that has to do with that game. I'd say like the first actual one would be Marcus from Fire Emblem 7. Like 3 games in a row we had this kind of like Jagan. So it's actually pretty neat. So overall, Titania, yeah, a bonkers unit, you know, has can use lances and axes, which, you know, which is nice. There's also something very specific about Cavaliers when they promote, but we'll get into that when we get into that. So yeah, good strength, good speed. Has a pretty useless skill in counter, which doesn't matter. Counter is just like, has a percentage chance to... Has a percentage chance to deal back half the damage the enemy dealt to you, which won't matter in the main part of the game because, I mean, like, people will barely do any damage to Titania with that 11 base defense. It's kind of just a terrible skill overall. She also doesn't have an amazing support rank, which doesn't matter too much, where she just destroys a lot of things. So yeah, Titania, I would consider the best unit in the game. Yeah, she is absolutely the best unit in the game. So anyway, oh yeah, another cute thing I never noticed until now, you can actually rotate the map model here. It's actually kind of neat. Never knew that. Anyway, we went on long enough for this beginning part of it. Alright, let's just take on these guys. I think this is gonna give Ike a level up. No, he's... I'm gonna visit this house here with Oscar. The worst way of moving towards it. Oh, you're with the Mercenaries, right? Thank you for coming. We heard a lot about you. Here, take this weapon. We're farmers, not fighters. Maybe you'll get some use from it. You got a steel sword. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Weapon weight. So weapons, just like in Shadow Dragon, they do weigh something. And they actually do affect it a bit. Like in the Arcanea games, how weapon weight worked in Shadow Dragon was actually no, it works the exact same way in Path of Radiance as well. I just forgot to talk about it actually. So how it works is, for example, like as you see, Oscar here has 6 strength and he has, in the Iron Lance, is 8 weight. So he actually does get weighed down by 2 when he uses this. The only way to increase weapon weight is to get more strength. So eventually you just never, like, so for like strength-based units, they're never gonna, like, eventually they're just gonna never get weighed down. They're not really gonna be weighed down by all too many things. For mages, it's not too big of an issue, but it can affect them a little bit, since they don't really get strength normally. But we'll get into that when we get into that. See, Steel Sword weighs 12, so Ike is gonna lose all of his speed if he uses it. Thankfully for Boyd, though, it doesn't get weighed. No, he does get weighed down by his weapon. But so do these guys. That's fine. Anyway. Oh, we crit him. Holy shit. Nice board. I love the animations in these 2 games. Honestly speaking, they're the best animations out of any Fire Emblem game. Which is really sad to say because this game came out such a long time ago. And we have a Switch Fire Emblem game now. And there's Titania just destroying just one round literally everything in this map. going on out there? Is that some sort of army? Pah, a bunch of mercenaries looking for the meal. The villagers must have hired them. Listen up, lads. Hurt them and hurt them bad. We let this bunch live, and we'll have hordes of swords hounding us for the rest of our days. It's those foul villagers. They think they can buy a bunch of sellswords to chase us away. It ain't gonna work out how they wanted. All they get for their trouble is a bunch of ruined houses. Tear them down, boys. That'll teach them. See how, no matter what, this is pretty much to teach you. These bandits will burn down these villages. Which, I mean, we already knew about. Hey, asshole. Don't try anything. Here, go ahead, attack me. It's fine. You're just gonna die. Don't fuck with titanium. Oh yeah, also, I forgot to mention, bonus experience. We saw that for the bonus experiences display where you can actually start getting bonus experience now. So in Chapter 1, how you get bonus experience is you have to clear the chapter in 4 turns or less. So each chapter has their own specific guidelines for getting bonus experience, and you lose a specific amount of bonus experience for like each penalty that is inflicted. So for example, if you end this on turn 5, then you lose 10 bonus experience in this mode. Although when it comes to the difficulties, easy mode, you get a lot more bonus experience compared to normal and hard mode. And then there's maniac mode. We're not going to talk about maniac mode ever, never ever. So you get 200 bonus experience for beating this in 4 turns on normal and hard mode. Normal and hard mode have no differences for bonus experience. It's only easy mode that gives you a shit ton. Since those bandits took over, we can't even sleep at night. Please help us save our village. Here, my mother left me this. I hope it serves you well. There's a seraph robe. It's fine. Okay, so that should be fine. Yeah, Oscar can just kill him right here. We got bond support with Boyd. It gives 10 extra. It gives 10% crit. I forgot to mention that. Bond support, they either give 10% of Void or 10% crit, or I think 10% hit at times. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure, yeah, with Oscar and Boyd it gives 10% extra crit. I'm gonna kill this guy with Boyd. Yeah, that's my Boyd. I had to do that joke. You know I had to do that joke. Oh, he's gonna kill me, so gotta heal up here. My work here is done. This house is total. Time to move on to bigger things. Now, I smashed me some mercenaries. That's fine. Also, you're going for Ike again. That's nice. Give him a level up. I think, right? You're gonna get a level up from this? Oh, no, you didn't. Fucking Christ. That's fine. Oh. How I love overkill crits. How I love them. Oh, nice, Boyd. Usually don't get to see you dodge and shit. Anyway, let's get you a level up, Ike. So what you gonna get? Please get strength. Please get strength. Your strength is at 5. Please get strength. It's 50%. Please. Cockhead. There we go. There we go, Oscar. Yeah. I love you, my boy. I love everyone here except for Ike. Anyway, we're gonna kill this guy in one round of titanium. Usually boss experience is good for like your other units because your Jagans are like don't have good growth rate, so it doesn't really matter to give them experience. But like, I mean, you can still do this just to be quick. I sound like I'm playing this game quick. Looking for something fool? You looking for a fight? You came to the right place. I'll give you a tussle. Counter. Nice. I'm meant for better than this. I don't want to die here. Well, too bad you're dead. So we got it. I'm out of experience. I got another iron axe. I'm gonna seize this turn because we're at 4 turns right now. Nice crit. Hey. That's my boy. That's another iron sword. Should I give the fighter man to Ike just to give him an extra? No, I won't do that. Let's just seize. That's the end of it. Ike, are you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. You know, you surprise me. To think that you've come so far. Look at my father, I've still got such a long way to go. There's nothing you can do about it. After all, Commander Greil is... what about my father? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Now I'm really curious. Don't worry, you'll learn all about it someday. Hey Ike, that wasn't bad for your first battle. Not as flashy as my first time, though. Yeah, you were a real standout. I'll never forget the sight of you. So keyed up, you broke your own axe. Oscar, dang it, you didn't have to bring it up. Anyway, Ike, congrats on finishing your first mission. Welcome to the group. Everyone's all right. Then let's get going. I'm sure Miss has a nice hot meal waiting for us. There you go. Most experience display right here. Got 200. Yeah, that was it for this chapter. Yeah, pretty easy. First 2 chapters right there. We got to see how great these units can be, how great some of these units are, and how fucking bad I can be. But you know what? It's fine. We'll get to see more of that as the game goes on. So anyway, next time on the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Let's Play, we're going to be heading into Chapter 2. See you guys then.